make me wait for so long? So long.
Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really to blow you up.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to do a full face of Maybelline makeup. I have this whole tray full of Maybelline makeup. I have powder, I have setting spray, I have mascara, I have foundation, I have concealer, I have primer, I have all of the things here. I have bronzer. I have a full face of Maybelline makeup, so I'm going to use every single product here to accomplish a makeup look. If you're interested in watching me do this, make sure you stay tuned. But first, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you can be notified every single time I post a video. Follow me on all social media platforms at the girl with a flower name, and we're going to get into it right now. Okay, so my face is freshly washed, skincare routine done. I'm going to start off with primer. So the primer that I have is the Maybelline New York Poreless Jelly up to 24-hour hydrating blur primer with 2% niacinamide in it. So I do believe this is new. This is the primer. So I'm going to try this. This is my first time ever trying this. The seal and everything is still on. Like, I'm about to pop off the plastic and all that stuff now. Ooh. So it comes out matte. Like, the actual product itself is matte, so that's nice. Pop the top back on, brush, and smooth this onto my face. Ooh, it is matte, I will say that. Okay, so it is matte. It definitely is matte. Okay, so my primer has absorbed into my skin. I'll let it sit for a minute. It's very soft. I like it. Very matte, not sticky, but it's matte. Now I'm gonna go in and conceal my brows. So I am using the Maybelline SuperStay Active Wear up to 30-hour concealer in the shade 42. This is the concealer. I'm using this shade right here. It's number 42. So I'm gonna conceal my brows. Oh, I like the applicator. The applicator is real thin. Very, very thin. I like this. I like this. Okay. So let's see. Oh, okay. Okay, so I have put the concealer around my brows. This is my brush. I'm using a Real Technique brush. I'm going to blend this out. I did spray setting spray on my brush. Okay, this one thing I would say, this is my first time using this particular concealer. I'm not new to Maybelline as a whole, but this particular concealer, the SuperStay concealer, is very lightweight, but it's also very full coverage. So I do like this, and I definitely probably will be repurchasing this. So this is probably good. This is I said this is probably good. This is pretty good, I meant to say. This concealer is pretty good. So yeah, I definitely will be repurchasing. I like this. Ooh, a little goes a long way. Very lightweight, but it does the job. So yeah, cute, right? Brows done, everything's done. Now I'm gonna go on my foundation. The foundation that I got is the SuperStay Maybelline New York Lumi Matte Foundation in the shade 367. I got this all out of Walmart, and one thing I will say, my Walmart did not have a wide selection, but yeah, looks like it's definitely what it looks like. Hopefully it matches. Let me shake it. Okay, this looks like it should match my skin pretty well. Like I said, they did not have a wide range. Oh, this is a good match. It's a little dark, but for the most part, does the job. I'm sorry, my mirror is blocking out. It's a little dark. But like I said, I did not have much to work with. So this is in the shade 367. It does not have a name, but it's in the shade 367. But it's okay because after I put my concealer and my powder, okay, yeah, this is way too dark. So this is my fault. This is a consumer error. This is not Maybelline. I will say Maybelline shade range can be a little limited though. When it comes to certain stuff, they shade range can be limited. But this is ooh, yeah, it's too dark. But we'll make it work. Yeah, 367 is a little dark, so I probably will have to go down a shade, so maybe like a 365. But yeah, this one looks very smooth, buttery, creamy. I do like this. I will be repurchasing. I just will be repurchasing in a different shade. Yeah, I will buy this again. I like this formula. I like it. Maybelline's foundation and concealers always eat, but when it comes down to the shade range can be a little shaky. So yeah. But now I'm about to set, I set between my steps no matter what makeup tutorial I'm doing or what makeup I'm using, if I have a setting spray. So since I have the setting spray here, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Last and Fix up to 16-hour wear. This is the matte finish. I love a matte finish. It's just this purple one. Shake it up. And then I'm going to... This is very fine. Very fine. But yeah, I'm gonna set that and let it absorb into my skin, and I'm gonna let it dry down a little bit. My foundation has dried down. I did put blush on, but it's from another brand because I was unable to find a Maybelline blush in my stores. I know they sell them, I just wasn't able to find one. So yeah, but I'm gonna go on my concealer now. I'm gonna conceal under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, and around my mouth. Like I said, a little bit goes a long way with this concealer, so you don't need, like, you don't need a lot. Now down the bridge of my nose. Okay. This is cute. I look like those diaphragms. You know how they have like the concealer and then they have the blush and the contour and they tell you where to put it. I used to love saving those diagrams when I didn't know how to do makeup. But set the concealer. Now I'm gonna go back in with some setting spray. And just set my makeup. And I'm gonna let that sit for some time. It's like a couple of minutes. And then we're gonna get to blending. Alright, so I let my concealer dry down a little bit. The reason I do that is so that it can really like absorb into my skin. And then I just feel like when you blend it, it's just so effortless. Like, look. Because I feel like sometimes when it's still wet, it just like spreads and it can be very thin like because it's still so wet, but when it like sits in place, it's easier to blend. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's more full coverage that way if you just let it sit a couple of minutes. And I lightly tap. And it's just beautiful. Comes out beautiful. And just take your time to blend. See how perfect that blended in a matter of like a minute? Perfect. So now I'm gonna go back in with setting spray and this setting spray is light as hell. It feels like I'm barely spraying anything on my face, but I like it. It's not heavily scented. It's not like the type that make you choke. You know, some setting sprays like how you choking like one size in other brands and that L'Oreal setting spray. This one is more so, you can tell it doesn't have that much alcohol in it, which is a good thing. But it feels so light. It feels so lightweight. Now, as I'm waiting for that to dry, this is the powder that I'm going to use. It is the Maybelline Fit Me powder in 35 Deep. Now, this is the problem I have with this powder. This powder, I have this powder for a minute. This is one of the first setting powders I bought, and it's not my favorite, right? And I'm going to try now because when I first bought it, I was a rookie. I'm a little bit more seasoned now when it comes to makeup. So I'm going to try and I'm going to give this a chance. But I did not like it because it can be a little cakey. It can be a little chalky, like a little thick. So I'm gonna try to see if I like it. But I remember using it before and I was not a big fan of it. So it can be a little chalky. But I'm gonna try it and I'm gonna see. Because like I said, now I'm a little bit more seasoned. I know more about makeup. I know what works for my skin. I know the placement, where to put things. So let's just see. I'm gonna take a little bit. I'm just gonna pick up a little tiny bit and lightly just pat it into my skin. It's very drying. Like immediately I felt the dryness. This powder is so drying. Put it all over my face. Why? Because you need it to absorb the oils. That's the purpose of powder, so it could absorb all of the oil and liquid. But this powder can be quite what's the name? What was I say? Quite drying. I'm so focused I could barely get my words out, but it could be quite drying. So I try to use as little as possible when it comes to this powder because it could be a little dry. You see how dry my skin look? It sucked up every ounce of oil. And when I used to be first doing makeup, I used to bake. This is not a powder that I would recommend you baking with and letting it sit because it is already so drying, and then I feel like your face is really gonna be dry. I don't know, but it gets the job done, I'll say. It gets the job done. I just have to be light-handed with it, I'll say. And I prefer my powders to be a little finer. And the reason I say that is because I feel like it gives you more wiggle room, so you could build up the powder. Like you could put as much as you would like. This is so thick that if you go in heavy-handed, it can kind of make you look chalky because it's so thick and so drying. I'm not explaining it. If you know makeup, you know what I'm talking about. Or maybe you might be like, girl, I don't know what you're talking about, but I just feel like it's so thick. This foundation was too dark and I done brought it all down my neck. Whatever. You guys see the difference between my actual neck and the foundation? This foundation was too dark, but that was my fault. So now my face is set. So now I'm gonna go on with the City Bronzer in the shade 300, which was deep. This is deep. This is the bronzer. You guys can tell. This is the bronzer. It has like a little glow to it to me. I don't know, maybe I'm bugging, but like it has like a little glow to me. It is a little light, and this is the darkest shade that they had at my Walmart, and I think this is the darkest shade it comes in. So like I said, sometimes Maybelline shade range is not, it's not really wide. Like, it does not have a wide shade range. Like, Maybelline can need to work on its shade range a little bit, but when it comes to foundation and stuff, I love the formula. I just wish it had a wider shade range and like the powders and the bronzers and more blush options. But pretty cute. Luckily, I know how to do my makeup, so I'm making a lot of this work. But they shade range is a little Now I'm gonna set again. Cute. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this bronzer as an eyeshadow. Why? Because it's so light. Like, it's so light, and this is deep. This is what they consider deep. I don't like this shade range. I'm not gonna lie. The bronzer, I don't really like the bronzer. It's not something I'll be repurchasing. It does have like a little sparkle to it too, but it's not something I'll be investing my money in again. I'll say that much. Yeah, I just put a little bit on top of my eyelids so they don't look so bare. Give it a little bit of color. So yeah, just use the bronzer as an eyeshadow, which I typically do in a lot of my makeup videos. Now I'm gonna go in with this mascara. It looks dry. I'm gonna go on with the Maybelline The Rocket Volume Express in the shade Black is Black. That's what it looks like. This is the OG mascara. I remember using this when I was in like middle school. When I thought I was, I thought I was doing it big when I put on some mascara in middle school, and this was it, Maybelline. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. Okay, the mascara is decent. One thing I like is Maybelline comes through when it comes to mascara and a foundation. Anything else is questionable, but mascara and foundation, T. All right, now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna perform a lip combo. I'm saying it like I'm doing a surgery. I'm gonna do a lip combo. I don't have a Maybelline lip liner, but I do have a Maybelline gloss. My gloss is real light. The gloss that I will be using is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss, and the shade is in 002 Ice. Since it is so light, I don't want to do a harsh lip liner. I want it to look a little bit more natural because this color is so light. It's down there like clear. You see? Like, it's damn near clear, my lip gloss. So I did not want the liner to be too harsh. I did have to go on with another lip gloss, but that's neither here nor there. Now I'm gonna have to go in with a blush. The blush is not from Maybelline. Like I said, I was not able to find a Maybelline blush, but okay, girl. Take your time when it comes to your makeup, y'all. Do not rush. When I used to do makeup, you know, sometimes I realized, like, when I first started doing makeup, I would finish a look in 40 minutes. That was the damn problem. Now, my beats be taking me at least an hour if I want it decent. Like a real decent, but if I want a real nice one, about an hour and 30. I don't know. I don't play about my makeup because I feel like if you mess up your makeup, it just messes up everything. So that's one thing I will say that I do now, is that I take my time. Like, I take my time when it comes to my looks because they come out flawless and I'm always satisfied. Take your time when it comes to your makeup so that you're not dissatisfied or you're not upset because you have rushed your makeup and now it looks crazy, and now you're blaming it on the products and not the technique, you know? So take your time. So yeah, that's it. That's all. This is my makeup look. I do think I'm gonna add me some rhinestones, but that has nothing to do with Maybelline. But this is the makeup look. I just put setting spray, so that's why my face looks a little wet. Oh, this cute. It is so damn dark. I'm wiping some of the foundation off my neck a little bit. Okay, that's cool. Now I also have a powder. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Powder in 355 Coconut. I'm gonna go in with this. Just how it looks. Just touch up under my eye. I just don't have no mirror, so it looks even more flawless. And around my mouth. So it can have that airbrush filter look. Flawless. So, but that is it. That's all. This is my final look. This is my makeup look. This is my rhinestones. They're pretty even. But this is my final look. So you guys seen all of the products that I used. These were all of the products. Every single product on this tray got used by Maybelline. The setting spray, the powder, the primer, the foundation and concealer. The foundation and concealer I definitely will be buying again. The foundation, like I said, I will be buying in a lighter shade because it was a little too dark for me. I probably will use this for my summer shade, so as the summer progresses and I get a little bit darker and chocolatey, I will definitely be using this. But for my winter shades and stuff like that, I will be going shades down. Concealer, perfect shade. I love this shade, and I like the applicator and I like the formula of it, so I will be repurchasing that. The lip gloss, I'm a lip gloss girl, so I will buy that. The bronzer let me down. I'm not a big fan of the City bronzer too much. The primer was good too, decent. I don't know if I'll necessarily like repurchase it or something to go crazy about, but it's okay. The powder, like I said, I've had this. It is a little drying, but it does do the job. Like I said, when I first bought it, I was a rookie, so I was not really good with the formula, but I know how to make it work, so it does work pretty good. Is it something I would go crazy about and repurchase? Not so much. It's just a little too drying for me, but it's okay. It is doable. The setting spray I did like as well. I did like it. It just feels a little light. I wish they was just change the mister, but other than that, I like that. I like it. So yeah, and then the mascara is like an OG. This is the OG mascara. I've been using that since I was in middle school. Just keep rebuying them. So I like the mascara. But yeah, those are all the products that I used. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is my full face of Maybelline makeup. I did the best I could with what I had, and yeah, tell me what you guys think. Tell me how you guys like it down in the comments. Recommend me some products down below. Just start a conversation with me in the comments. I will meet you guys there. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified every single time I post a video, and follow me on all social media at the girl with a flower name, and I will see you guys in my next one.